Congratulations, right? You have taken the first step towards changing your path, changing your music career, and changing your whole journey from this music thing. Trust me, I am super excited for you because I know how frustrating it is. Because I've been in your shoes, I've been standing exactly where you're sitting, and thinking about my music career, thinking whether I want to take that seriously or not, thinking whether this whole thing was for me or not. Now, let me give you a bit of history on maybe why you might want to listen to me. You don't have to, but you might want to, because I've got a bit of a journey and a bit of a story to tell you, which you might relate to, right? So I, for one, started off being a musician and a singer, a songwriter. I'm actually still a musician, a singer, a songwriter, and a producer, and I produced a lot of music in the past. I've worked with other artists as well. And I remember when I was doing my own music and I'm releasing my own song and figuring out how to market my music, figuring out how to do the sales, and trying to learn how to really make this thing work for me, right? Now, I loved creating the music. I spent so much time learning how to do the craft and how to do everything that I need to do from point A to point Z, including producing, including writing my own music, including mixing and mastering my own music, doing all that stuff, even directing my own video, right? Which is a super exciting kind of journey to be on and super, super fun. I really enjoyed that phase, only to come to the point where I released my music and then I realized something. I was like, yo, let me promote music. And I started promoting it. I paid for some ads and I got some good targeting. I even ran some good campaigns and I had 20,000 views in like the first week on Facebook, and I had like 300 likes and 300 reactions, people commenting that didn't know me, commenting on the post, but they didn't even know I did music, saying, hey, that's so dope, that's so great, what are you doing? And I remember after a few weeks, like looking into my account, I think I used maybe TuneCore as my distributor at that time. I remember looking after like a whole month, and I remember looking at it and going, wow, it's only $10 in my account. Like, what happened? Didn't I just get 30,000 views on in total my videos? Didn't I just get 300 likes? And then a light bulb went out. I would say a light bulb went out. I'd say more like the house came crashing down, right? Where I was like, crap, all that marketing I've just done have just resulted in $10. Now, if you've ever had this experience, you know, I know and I feel for you, and you know how this feels, right? It's like a sinking feeling where it's like, this is the best effort that I've made. I've produced the best music that I could possibly make. I've put the most amount of marketing that I can do into making this thing a reality, and I've only got like $10 from it. I know many artists have done the same thing. I know many artists who've worked twice, 10 times harder than I've worked, only to get like, a few $100s at the end of the year. And that's working almost every single weekend, doing all kinds of stuff, promoting their music almost on a daily basis, right? I looked at that and thought, well, this is just not sustainable. This got to be another better way of doing this. So what I did was, I actually thought to myself, you know what? I already had the idea for building a platform like 7th Century, but I thought I would make it after I made my own music. But I thought to myself, you know what? I am not going to release my music on Spotify or streaming platforms because it's a broken model. It just doesn't work. Like I said, it's like the Coca-Cola example. If you haven't watched the Coca-Cola video, I'm going to explain to you what the Coca-Cola example means. It means that if you have the great product, even if you have the great brand, right? Even if you have a great visibility, you're ever in the shops, but if your product only costs 1 cent, that means it's poorly priced. Right? That means that for all the visibility that you could get loads of people seeing it, loads of people buying it, and you could get great marketing. But if you do all that and then you're pricing it at a very, very low rate, 1 cent or less, then ultimately you won't get the rewards for all your hard work. And so I learned from that, and I thought to myself, okay, so the best way for me to move forward, because I don't really want to hustle to the point where I'm looking to get like millions and millions of listeners. That's probably not realistic for me, and it's probably not realistic for most users. I know that we like to believe in our own music, and that's great. You should believe in it. But let's be realistic and actually think of what it takes to get millions users. Is that really easy to get? And I know people that, honestly, that have 50,000 followers that can only do like 100,000 views on a video, a few 100,000 views on a single. And maybe that can compound over the course of a few months, a few singles and a few albums to actually become that million streams. But trust me, the amount of work that you have to be putting in to get that is so much that it doesn't actually measure up to what you get at the back end, right? In other words, you're working so much at the front end, producing this content, making all these promotions and doing all this stuff, only to drive it to your stream platform and then get a few $1,000s. You might as well be working a part-time job at McDonald's. No offense, I think if you work at McDonald's, thank you so much, we love your service, but it doesn't work, right? You're better off working a minimum wage job, working part-time. You get paid way more money doing that. That's the fact, right? So let's rewind a second and let's go back to that point in time where I realized that this wasn't gonna work. So I thought to myself, okay, let's start building 7th Century now. And how I built it, in fact, was actually building in the things that I would want to have. I knew that I would want to be able to upload my music when I want to. I knew that I'd want to be able to actually, in real time, upload my music today and have it live today, and not have to wait 24 or 48 hours, so I can really control exactly what I'm doing. I knew that I wanted to give away my music for free as well if I wanted to, because a lot of my music, honestly, I write a lot of music, like most of you probably have written a lot of music. So I really didn't want to be in the position of selling some of it. I just wanted to give it away, right? But the truth is, if it's on Spotify or other streaming platforms, yes, people can listen to it for free, but the reality is you're not actually getting anything from that. So I was like, if I'm giving my music away for free and I'm giving away that kind of value, then shouldn't my audience give me something in exchange for that? Wouldn't that be a fair exchange? In other words, if you like my music that much, the least you could do is give me your name, right? That's not much. But you don't get that from stream platforms. So I thought I've got to control the platform to a point where if someone downloads my song, I know exactly who they are. Cool. I also want to control the pricing, right? So again, I don't believe in pricing your music at 0.005 pence per stream. That's just ridiculous in my opinion. You shouldn't be doing that. So I priced my single, one song, at 49 pence. And I marketed it again. And people bought it. And then I realized something. I was like, I made $10. Wasn't, $10 from like hundreds of people viewing the song, thousands of people listening to the song. I made $10 in the course of a couple months. And I remember when I released my music on this platform that I created, that I built, which is the first iteration, the first model of 7th Century Music as a rough draft, selling one song for 49p, making way more money from just that simple download and selling, just downloading and selling it. I was like, this is it. This can work, right? So we built the platform and it looked like this, right? And we asked artists to kind of review it and check it out and see what they thought about it. And we learned from you guys yourselves. And a lot of artists told us that I don't really understand how it's supposed to work. The user interface doesn't really work for us. And really, we had to scrap the whole thing and kind of rejig the whole thing, figure out how our system is going to work, learn a lot more about what the users really wanted, learn how you would interact with the platform, and also how your fans would interact with the platform as well, which led us to building the platform that we've built now, 7th Century Music, which is www.7thcentury.co.uk. Now don't leave the page and go to the website. Stick around, let me tell you more about it, right? Now, the website isn't actually fully built to a point where we want it to be. There's a lot more functions that we want to build into it, but for the minimum, this can actually work. This actually does what I told you it works. In other words, you can actually go there, upload your music in real time and have it live within seconds. Like as soon as you click submit, okay, you let the little wheel thing do its thing and it loads. Once it loads and it submits your music, it's live in literally like the same minutes, right? Once that happens, then all you have to do is just tell your users, tell your fans, hey, listen, I've just released a free song and you can get it for completely free and just download it. Just go ahead and just click download. It's quick and easy. Our site is quite quick actually in this particular instance, and people can just go ahead and downloading your music, and you can just say to them, by downloading my music, you're supporting me and I appreciate you for doing that. They download your music, and here's the cool part. When they download a specific song, you can see exactly what song that user's downloaded. Not only do you get to see the song that they've downloaded, you actually get to see that user's name and their email. Now, this is super important, right? Now, I can't tell you how important this is. Like, your mind should be kind of ticking right now. Your brain should be going around and thinking, whoa, this could be potentially crazy, right? And now imagine if I ran the same ads with the same video that I released and I did 20,000 views, and let's say for argument's sake, because I spent about $20 for those 30,000 views and 300 people kind of liked the video. Let's say for argument's sake that of those 20,000 people, 1/10 of them went ahead and clicked the link and actually download that video. That means I've got potentially 200 people downloading my song that I just released, and I've only paid $20, right? Now, here's the thing. I'm going to tell you how to get that number from $20 for that number to a lot less, right? We're going to show you how to do that. But imagine if that happened. Imagine if I spent $20 and I could actually get, at the end of it, 200 people. So now imagine that if I spent $20 over the course of the next maybe 2 months, I spent $20 in 1 month or $20 in 1 week, and then another couple of weeks I spent another $20, promoted another song again in the next couple of weeks, and then I did that over the course of maybe 3 months, promoting my music that way. I could easily have 1,000 fans, easily within 3 months. I could easily, if my music is good enough and people like it enough, they could easily do that. Now, here's the thing, right? I'm just using the $20 example because that's how I know that you can definitely get those numbers. But if you're good at marketing, if you're good at like doing the whole TikTok thing, maybe you don't have to necessarily dance, but if you can dance, that's great. If you can do the social media marketing thing and you use our platform, then this thing can seriously blow up for you, and in a massive way that it's incomparable, right? So if you can do it that way, direct people to your platform, to your profile, ask them to download your music, and the process is as simple as clicking a button. Once they sign up, it's clicking a button, downloading it, and like I said before, you not only get to see their name, their email, you get to see exactly which songs they've downloaded, right? So you just get to see their name, you get to see which of your songs they've downloaded. So if I've released 20 songs and one fan has downloaded, let's say 10 to 15 songs, I know exactly who that fan is. I can literally go, this guy is a super fan, this person really loves my music. If you were to say to them, I've got an event in 3 months time, would you like to be a part of that? It's a special, very closed, intimate event for my top fans, and I'm going to charge $10 to meet me. Have the event and $10 just meet me. And you do that with even 100 people. charge them $10. And this is something you can do in advance, right? You can do this in advance and get those 100 people, sell those 10 tickets. Once you got that number, you can then go to a venue and say, hey, I've got these 100 people coming out to see me. They've already paid, and here's what you should expect. Can I get a deal where maybe now I get a certain portion of the amount that they spend on the bar? Right? I know people that do that sometimes. Or maybe I get a certain spot, or I get to use the venue for free. Basically, it's down to you and your negotiation and your imagination as to how much you can do with those contacts. But you see what I'm trying to get at here? That is the lifeblood of your business, is the information. That's completely everything. Yeah, just bear that in mind. That's the information that's important. So using our platform, you get that. Now there's the second function, is how to get donations using our platform. So in other words, if people are listening to your music, and you might be selling music for like $5, £5, whatever, whichever country you're in, and you price it at whatever price you are. But sometimes people don't have that exact amount to give. So sometimes what you want to do is just allow them to give you whatever they want. So you might run a campaign, say, hey, here's free music. Here's XYZ. Here's a live that I'm on Instagram, on Facebook Live. If you love my work, click support this artist and donate whatever amount you want. And then they can just simply donate $1, $1.50, $5, $10. And the sky's the limit, right? I know that for some people that I actually love and lose music that's really touched me, I've literally been in the position of saying, I would love to give this person some money, but I don't know how to give it to them. Like, I could stream their music, but by the time I stream their music, I'm only giving them like less than $1, right? So why don't I give them like $1 instead? Because here's the math, right? Sales. If I was to stream your song every day for the whole year, right? 365 days a year, playing it every single day, I would only give you like $1.82. Less than $2. Now here's the thing, most people are going to listen to your song when you're promoting it. They're going to listen to your song like once, and then maybe twice, and maybe for the next few weeks after that. But then after a few weeks, like another song comes through and another artist gets their attention, something else kind of takes their attention, and your song drops from being played every single week to now not being played at all, right? So again, you should really maximize on that initial excitement when you launch a song or an album or whatever the product that is that you're launching, and really capitalize on that, and then try and capture that contact information. That's the first thing, right? Now, we talked about the sales pipeline, right? I call it a pipeline because in business that's a common term, and I want you guys to think like business people, right? So you've now got the point where you can get the data. You're gonna have to understand how to use the data, understand how to give more value, and this is where the pricing comes in. How you price different things, we can talk about this at length, and I won't talk about it just in this video, but I might mention it on other subsequent videos on our YouTube channel. So if you're not subscribed to that, then subscribe to our YouTube or Facebook page. Follow us on there because we'll be dropping more videos like this specific to with your marketing and sales. Now, going back to the sales part, you're going to price your music at a price where you know that your audience would love to pay for. And you can simply ask them, right? Once you've got the contact details, you can simply ask them, hey, look, I've got your contact details here. I'm releasing an album. What would you be willing to pay? Run a survey. Create a Google survey. It's very simple. And just run a survey to them and ask them, hey, how much are you willing to pay? And just take that number and just give them exactly what they ask for. Right? $5, $10, $15, $20, $50, whatever. You can learn about your audience too, and this is the key thing, right? So I'm hammering on about data. That's the most important that you need to get. Now, what does our platform do apart from that is you can do a lot more, right? So if you're on a platform and you upload music on our platform, and say you have other partners and collaborators, people collaborate with their producers and other artists, you can actually give them split royalties, right? That means that you can actually go and say, I've collaborated with my producer, I've got another rapper on the track, and maybe I even have a manager on the track, right? You can actually add your manager on the track as well. And if you upload your music on there, all you do is just click on the drop down arrow and just click on this point, and what you find is that all the artists that are on there will show up here, and you just have to click their first initial until you get their name, add their percentage, and that's the amount that you're going to be giving to them. It's that simple. So paying splits becomes a lot easier. In other words, transparency is very important. Whereas, if you're putting your music somewhere else, a lot of the time people can't really track that. They don't really know how well the song is doing. On our platform, we're really trying to make that transparent so you can really figure out exactly where your money is, and everyone knows. Nobody has to speak to anyone. The only thing that you have to do is just create your own account, and the other artists have to create their own account so that they can actually see everything for themselves, and everyone's above board. You don't have to hand over any money to anyone. Anyone can do that in their own dashboard. Another key thing is once you get that money in your dashboard, once you reach threshold, right, depending on where you are, depending on how much money you have in your account, minimum is like $15, right? Once you have that money in your account, you can actually withdraw it anytime you want, right? Which means if I run a campaign today, I say call a campaign, if I run a promotion today, and it does really well, and say for example, I've made $50 to $100 with this song over the weekend, right? People have bought it, they really loved it, I've promoted it very, very well, I can withdraw it pretty much the next day, and that money will be in my account within the next 48 to 72 hours. So that means in 3 days, that money will be in your account. So now you can actually request that money to be in your account within the next 48 to 72 hours, depending on which payment method you've chosen, right? You've chosen PayPal or wire transfer or e-check. There's like 4 or 5 different methods that we can actually pay you through securely through one of our own partners who will allow you to do that safely and securely. And we don't store any of your data, so your data is completely safe. We don't store it, we don't store any of your payment data, and all we do is just basically transact that money from our account back into your account of choosing, whether that's your bank account, your PayPal account, whether it's a wire or e-check, whatever you like, right? So that's another cool thing that that platform does. So we've talked about a few main things there. One of them being that you can collect data, super important point. The fact that you can collect donations, right? Again, you're flexible, your fans are flexible, they can give you whatever you want. You can pay splits. That means you can pay your collaborators and partners and even your managers a certain split amount that you want to pay them. And you can also collect your money whenever you want, right? No more waiting for 3 months, right? Typically, if you're on stream platforms, you have to wait for 3 months for all the data to be put together so that they can then pay you after 3 months, right? Now, trust me, the process of collecting your money from a stream platform, from a publisher or whatever the case is very complicated. So it's a big headache. Like, honestly, it's not something I would like to do, but our platform simplifies that, where you can collect the money for the music and everything that you've sold and the donations that you've collected from our platform, right, within a few days, basically, right? For that whole process, right, we charge you a very small amount. We do have a free package, a free tier, which you want to try it out, you can do, but on the free plan, you can't get the data, which is the most important thing. So I won't spend too much time talking about that because really that's not going to be the most useful thing for you. But here's a key thing, right? Here's a disclaimer. If you log off from this page, if you skip this page, you won't get the special offer that I'm about to make you, right? So in other words, if you skip this page and then you say, I want to try the free offer first, then you'll be forfeiting the discount that you're going to get on this page and other benefits that you're going to get on this page only, right? If you go to the website, then you're paid later on, you pay the full price and you won't get certain benefits. So I would advise you to stick around, watch the video and actually watch the offer. And then when you listen to it, and if it sounds good, then you can take it on board. It's a 30-day money back guarantee. That means that you get your money back in 30 days. If you don't like the product, you can just say, hey, you know what, I tried it, I didn't like it, 30 days, can I have my money back? We refund you, no harm, no foul, no risk to you, right? But again, you don't want to lose that discount, so I'd rather you get that first and then you can check it out afterwards, right? So what is it going to actually cost you in total? Normally cost you like $29.99 for the full pro plan, right? That includes everything, including getting the data, being able to upload as many songs as you want, being able to upload albums, being able to pay splits, being able to get donations as well, being able to collect your money wherever you want, in whatever form and currency you want, wherever you are. You know, we thought about this quite long and hard, and we thought, you know, we want to give everyone the opportunity to get this product, so we charge $29.99 for the pro plan. Don't miss out on this chance. Don't let this chance pass you by, because a lot of people just look at things and they go, oh, I'll be skeptical, I'm not gonna buy, I'm gonna see how this thing rolls out first, I'm gonna see how it works. Now if you do that, you're gonna miss out on the offers that I'm about to make to you now. This is not the only offer that I'm gonna make. I'm gonna make other offers and I'm gonna teach you how we're gonna make your marketing and your sales to a different level, right? So there's a button below this page, click that button. And when you click that button, I'm gonna take you to the next video, which is gonna show you about the marketing stuff, the sales stuff, and how you can actually use some of the tools that we have. And then we'll show you another couple of different things that we can do with the platform using our strategies, right? So click on this link below, watch that video, and we'll take you through that. Cool, so I look forward to seeing you there. Watch that video now, and don't hesitate, 30-day money back guarantee. Doesn't get any safer than that. So click on the next video. I'll see you soon on the next post. I'm gonna teach you a lot more about the marketing strategies that you're gonna use to actually make this baby work for you, okay, cool? So once you've done that, follow me in the next video, and I'll explain how to do that. So see you soon, click the link, and I'll see you down there.